Why is dating not allowed in Islam? Simplified. SubhanAllah, if you've grown up the way I have, where you live in the West and you've been a part of a public education system, you've probably at one point thought to yourself, man, everybody's getting girlfriends, everybody's getting boyfriends. Why can't I? And at 16 years old, I asked my cousin who was studying to be an alim or a scholar of Islam, and he explained it in such a simple yet beautiful way, I never wanted to even think about the idea of dating ever since. And he goes, let's take the aspect of sinning out of it for a second, right? And let's just, generally speaking, say what people do in a relationship. So within this relationship, you get to know a person, you spend time with them, you make memories with them, you go on dates, you be intimate with each other, sometimes you even live together, sometimes you even have kids together, and after X amount of years, you do all these things together. And then at the peak of it, you say, you know what, let's get married. And in this case, marriage becomes the peak of a relationship. It's where the only way left to go is down. That's why divorce is almost 40 to 50% in this country. 1 in 2 marriages end in divorce. Let that sink in. Islam flips this. Whereas marriage is seen as the peak of a relationship in the West, Islam makes marriage the foundation of a relationship. So when a couple understands that they are good for each other and gets married, now you can get to know each other more deeply. Now you can grow with them. Now you can be intimate with them, have a family with them, and grow and make these lasting bonds and memories. To where there's nowhere to go but up. And you still have some brothers and sisters saying, oh man, but I really want a love marriage though. My dear brother, my dear sister, you can still get a love marriage. The only difference between a love marriage and arranged marriage in Islam is just the way you meet the partner. In a love marriage, you meet the brother, you meet a sister, you get the families involved, you get the wali involved, you get to know them on a deeper level, you find out you're good for each other, and you get married. In arranged marriage, families introduce you to a prospect, you get the wali involved, you get the families involved, you get to know each other on a deeper level, you find out you're good for each other, then you get married. There's no difference. And subhanAllah, in the West, you'll have boyfriends and girlfriends being with each other for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. To where at one point, if a girl or a guy say, hey, maybe we should get married, the other looks at him and be like, what's the rush? Are you kidding me? People will spend years with each other, years, and they'll break up. And then what will they say? It's not like we were married or anything. Crazy, dog. You will never ever be able to convince me that a man or a woman making the intent of marriage known from the jump is somehow weirder than spending years with a person, time, energy, money, intimacy, and they still contemplate a marriage with each other. That's crazy to me, dog. And I know this is a very generalized or a very simple explanation, and it's not taking into account, emotions, trust, bond, or loyalty or anything like that. But it's just such a simple way of explaining that truly just opened my eyes. So understand that this is meant as a protection and a blessing from Allah. And may Allah allow us to find our naseebs, allow us to live a everlasting happy marriage. I mean.